if you're a skinny person that's looking to build muscle without putting any excess fat, then here are the top 5 mistakes that you should be avoiding if you want that to happen. And the first thing you should be avoiding is not eating enough. As you know, to build muscle, you need to be in a calorie surplus, meaning that you need to eat food. And yeah, yes, you can build muscle even without bulking. However, the speed of muscle growth will slightly increase if you eat in a calorie surplus, meaning eating more calories than how much your body needs to maintain your weight. How many calories your body needs to maintain your weight. Also, you may be feeling weaker within the gym, making it harder for you to progressively overload, which we will get that later. Which we will get into that later. Yeah, and to fix this, simply track your calories for at least a month until you get this real picture on how much food. Until you get this real picture of the amount of how much portions of your food, such as your rice and all of that is required for you to be into that calorie surplus. And the second thing you should be avoiding is not eating enough protein. You eat a lot of carbs and fats, but you neglect this number one macronutrient that helps your body, which is a key macronutrient for your body, for your muscles to grow. Not to say that carbs and fats are also not important. However, eating that and then neglecting the protein, not eating enough protein, will make it harder for you to gain muscle. So to fix this, simply eat anywhere between 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. And I can guarantee you'll build muscle, assuming if you avoid the other mistakes, which I'm going to list out. So to fix this, simply track your protein by 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight every single day. And the third mistake that you should be avoiding is lifting too light or lifting without progression. As we all know, diet is very important for you to. Diet is very important. Diet is a very important thing. Diet is important if you want to build muscle, but without stimulating your muscles, how do you expect your muscles to grow if you don't even stimulate it at all? Without progressive overload and without training to a failure. So to fix this, you should simply train between, let's say, I would recommend training at a 5 to 15 rep range, and week by week, try to either aim for the same amount of reps each week, or increase the reps every single week, or you can increase the weights in every single week. So for example, let's say if I did 16 kg of bicep curls for 10 reps, and I did 18 kg of bicep curls for 8 reps, then next week I would aim to get either the same amount of reps, or I would aim to get 11 reps for 16 kg, or 9 reps for 18 kg. Or I would increase the rate to, let's say, 17, and I would aim to get, let's say, 9 reps, 8 reps. And same thing goes by, instead of doing the 18 kgs, I would increase the weight by 1 kg and go for 19 kg for however many reps. And constantly repeat this, and your muscles will grow. Because the only way your muscle grows is through progressive overload. And yeah, to fix this, simply train to your failure with at least 2 sets. At least 2 sets till failure, and aim to progressively overload week by week or over time. And the fourth mistake that you should be avoiding is not giving yourself enough rest. Lack of recovery, aka lack of recovery. Your muscle grows when it's at rest. It doesn't grow whilst you're at the gym. Meaning, rest days are very important. I would recommend getting at least 2 rest days every single week. And the fifth mistake that you should be avoiding is dirty bulking, aka lack of nutrition. You should bulk in a clean way. Otherwise, if you do a dirty bulk, then it can lead to more fat gain than muscle gain. Since fat is easier to gain, but it's harder to lose. Meaning, if you gain the excess fat from dirty bulking, it's going to make it harder for you to lose that fat. Which is why you should do it in a cleaner way. I would not to say that you should never ever have your favorite processed foods ever again, but you should limit it to 10% every single week, meaning 80 to 90% of your food. Sorry, I was meant to say 10 to 20% can come from processed foods. But anyways, like I was saying, 80 to 90% of your calories, your macros, should come from whole foods. Meaning such as your, lean meats, fruits, veg, chicken, eggs, meat, fish, all of that. Yeah, that's simple. Simple as that. 88 to 90% should come from real whole foods. And this would also help with your performance, as well, as a lack of nutrition can have a very, very big impact within your performance in the gym. And yeah, to summarize everything, you're not eating enough protein. Instead, eat enough protein. You are not eating enough. Instead, bulk in a cleaner way. The third thing, dirty bulking. Instead of dirty bulking, you should go on a clean bulk. You should bulk in a cleaner way to avoid gaining fat within the process. And the third or fourth mistake was the progressively avoiding your training lightly without intensity and without progressively overloading weekly or over time. Instead, you should aim to get stronger in the gym every single week, as progressively overloading within the gym, that's how you build muscle. You build muscle by progressively overloading. And the fifth thing is lack of recovery. Give yourself at least 2 rest days per week, getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. As your muscles grow when it's at rest. It doesn't grow whilst you're at the gym, whilst you're training.